Hello, my friends. Katie Rex here, your simple stylist, and today we are doing some summer simple highlight and contour using Saint makeup. So I am a Saint makeup artist. That means that I basically represent this company sharing all this good stuff, and I make a commission on this. If this is something that is interesting to you, let me know. I would love to tell you more about our program. But today I'm going to tell you all about the cream-based makeup system that is highlighting and contouring. So as you guys are hopping on, please say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from. If you are catching this part, you may be catching me on the replay. I see some of you hopping on already. Just comment #replay. It lets me know that you were able to tune in. So I've got my hair pulled back. I am going in with our detail brush. You guys, this is the simplest makeup system you can possibly find. It is going to be life-changing, I guarantee it. So all of our makeup is a cream system. Hi, Laura from Georgia. Thank you. All of our makeup is a cream-based foundational system. And Jennifer's from Georgia. We got Georgia in the house tonight. So what that means is all of the makeup that is your main shade foundational system is a highlight and contour system that work together to provide one sleek, like very light application to your face, so it's not cakey. It's not going to dry your face out because it is not a powder or a liquid, which are both very drying and dehydrating to the skin. And it can provide you with that full coverage. You can see all the redness on my face, like you're gonna see the after. It is incredible how much this just blends out effortlessly. So I'm gonna just go ahead and get started. I'm gonna keep talking, but stay with me here. So I actually have like 3 foundational colors up at the top here, and I start in with the, I gotta look at it. I start in with the darkest shade that is in my palette, and I just kind of start color correcting this redness. Don't worry, don't let the compact that I have persuade you. I have, you know, like a mother load of compact. Do you see how effortless that was and just corrected all that redness? Because I have so much goodness in my compact. It is a triple decker. It is like the queen of all compacts. There are very much small compacts that only have enough space for 4 tints. So this system is seriously just customizable to you, not only to your makeup needs, but your face, your budget. I mean, we can go as big or small as you like, which is just another added amazing perk. And everything is in this compact. So you'll see I'm literally just building my face up based on the colors that that I have in my compact here. You can see a little discoloration on the corner of that eye. I'm gonna correct that. And don't worry about the colors. I mean, I mark up your face. It's basically like a paint by numbers, and I'm actually gonna kind of blend these 2 colors a little bit to kind of get a different shade for myself. I will tell you what your perfect shade or shades are. As you can see, I use more than 1 color. And I mark up your face. So I basically do like this color coding across your face and say where there is black dots, you're going to want to color correct. And this is your color correct color. Where there are white dots, you're going to want to brighten. And I give you your brightener color. That's going to be like, you can see kind of under the eyes and in the T-zone here in a minute. And I just go through the whole slew of the basic highlight and contour and what I would put in your palette. I send you, Barry, okay? Got some coughs going on in the house. I send you a custom link right to a pre-built cart. You take a look at it, add, subtract whatever you want based on your needs and your budget. I will always build your compact to it's called a palette 12, which fits 12 full-size tins. It's 2 layers. It's basically like half of this, or like the top. Are you getting into the gum? It's basically like the top half of this, so 6, but it's 2 deckers, so it's 2 levels. Is what? Is it hot gum? No, I don't think it's hot gum, bud. I don't think it's hot. And then, so I build it to a 12 palette. That's always what I recommend for anybody starting out wanting to just completely replace all the makeup in their makeup bag or on their dresser or whatever you want to call it. And yeah, that's what I do. And then you get to take a look and say whether or not, I guess, you want it or not. Because it's all customizable to you, right? So that is the cool thing. So I'm just going through with a dampened beauty blender and I'm picking up any excess across my skin. And then I'm going to go in with my contour shade. I have 2 contour shades. In my color matches back to you, I will always only recommend 1. I use 2 because sometimes when I have like a fake tanner on, I like to go with a little bit darker color, and other times I like to use a more ashier tone to contour my nose, which I always say kind of nose contouring is up to you. It's kind of like an optional, I guess, if you will. But you can see I'm just adding, so I'm going in with the same brush on an angle, and I'm just adding some dimension back into my face. So I'm chiseling out some cheekbones. I like to keep majority of the product here back by my ear and hairline and stipple up. Is green my favorite color to wear? Yes, it is. I love it. Thank you. It does. I love it. The red hair is a little bit new. I got that done on Friday, but I have hazel eyes, if you can tell. And so green, when I wear green, it just brings out the color in my eyes. So yes, I do love wearing green. It is my favorite color. And thank you for noticing. So I just like to chisel out under those cheekbones, keeping most of the product back here, and then just like drawing it out, or not drawing it out, what is it called? Like blending it out as I get into the cheekbones, but keeping majority back here. And it just kind of chisels out those cheekbones. And I chiseled out around my face. I'm going to use the darker color, like I said, because I like to contour my nose with a little darker shade. But it's basically like you have this palette in your hand, and you're strategically placing colors in specific places, which again, I tell you exactly where they need to go. And then you do the work and put it in those places. Use a brush. I do recommend our brushes, so I will put the 2 that I will be using today that I recommend in your cart, just because our brushes are made for our makeup system, right? So I see a lot of times folks, I put it in my pocket. My dress has pockets. I see a lot of times folks getting the makeup but not getting the brushes, and that's okay. I totally understand. Investing in a brush is a big thing. All of Saint's brushes are double-ended, so you do get more bang for your buck. You're getting 2 brushes for the price of 1, essentially. And like I said, they're designed for our creams. So the first thing, if anybody ever comes back and says, like, this is bronzer, by the way, the makeup is just not applying right, or I'm seeing texture or something along those lines, I will always ask, what brush are you using? Whether it's our brush or not, I can always try to help and troubleshoot in those areas. So I'm just adding some warmth around my face on both sides. But I do highly recommend giving our brushes a try for sure. You got some sprinkles? Why are you getting in the sprinkles? Because. Okay, so I'm adding that warmth in, adding some bronzer. I am such a bronzer girl. I'm going to go down my neck and everything because I do not tan at like all on my own. So I have to fake and bake, if you will. And I haven't done it in quite some time. So I'm just going to warm. It's amazing what a little cream bronzer on your chest does. Just warms it up so much. Gives me this nice glow. I love it, and I don't have to use it, I guess, if I'm actually applying my fake tanner, but I haven't in a while. So look at that. Just gorgeous. I'm going to go back in and just blend and dab. It's just a quick step, but look at that coverage. It is so amazing. I'm going to dab in. Okay, let's just take a quick look. I see some redness, like right in here. I'm going to get a little more full coverage on my foundation by going into a shade with my finger and just pressing in that spot to give the coverage that I want. So it's just like added coverage in specific areas, and perfect. It covered it. I'm just gonna take off any excess around there with the damp beauty sponge. All right, boom, we are trucking away. And as you see, I'm not putting anything down. I'm not getting and digging out of a compact, opening up a bunch of stuff. It's like the most eco-friendly makeup system you can find, because when your makeup, let's say like your makeup runs out and you need to replace this blush, you just pop it out. They're all magnetic like this. The tins are recyclable, obviously. You seriously get every last drop out of the makeup, because as they, and then when you replace it, you just pop it in and it's all magnet. Nothing's going to fall out, right? So like you can see on some of these tins, you can start to see the bottoms. What I would do if I am no longer like able to kind of use it, I even could do it with the way that they're at right now. But guys, if you go to like your stovetop and put a saucepan on there, put the metal tray on, or if you have like wax candle warmers, just put the tin right on the candle warmer on low heat. Use a toothpick and just kind of steer it around a little bit. And then unplug it once it'll melt right down, solidify once you unplug it and let the just cool temperature take over. It'll re-solidify and it'll look just brand new. So you seriously get every last drop out of this makeup. No more pounding on the bottom of a makeup pump bottle and stuff. And you guys, one tin, let me just quick talk about pricing. One tin for your full face foundation, one is going to last you anywhere between 3 and 4 months. It's going to depend on how often you put your makeup on and how much of like a full coverage you want with your makeup, I guess. So it's going to last about 3 to 4 months, and it's $14. And in North America, there is always free shipping. Doesn't matter the size of the order. So if you need to replace that one tin, you order one tin, it's $14 plus tax, always free shipping. Pop it out, stick the other one in. It is amazing that you can get an awesome makeup system for such an inexpensive price, and it's all clean makeup. It is, let's see, gluten-free, paraben-free, sulfite-free. It is not vegan-free because we do use beeswax, being that we are a cream foundational system. So there's one thing just to be conscious of if you are vegan or conscious to that. Okay, so I am going to go in, and they're all made in the United States as well. All of our cream foundations are made in the United States. I think our powders, or like the tins that they actually come in, I think come overseas. Hey, Alicia, how are those babies doing? Hi, Susan. Thanks, guys, for hopping on. Okay, so I'm going to go into this color here, which is Sandstone. You can tell some of our lip and cheek, they're both a lip and a cheek, are more of a like glossy finish, and some are more of a satin or matte finish, like the one I'm going to use right now. You can see there's no shimmer and shine to it. So if you are prone to having more oily skin, I do recommend selecting one, and it does specify it too on our website, which is awesome. So I'm just grabbing a little pigment. This is our blush and bronzer brush. That's what I use to apply the bronzer with, and now the blush. And I just apply it right on my cheekbone and build up to my hairline like so. I'm going to do that on both sides. And I apply it here back away from my actual cheek because it's going to give my face a little uplifting effect. And then I turn it around to this puffy end and like buff it into my actual cheek, apple of my cheek, I guess, like there, right there, and go up. And this, again, is just going to create this uplifting effect, etc., and give me some flushed cheeks. And then I just like to take whatever's left over and go kind of above on my forehead, above those brows and those temples. That's just going to give you like a naturally flushed look. I think it looks amazing. So I always do that. And then again, I'm just tapping off any excess in the areas. And this also helps to blend those creams together. Cream foundational system. It is seriously mistake proof. You cannot mess this up. because it blends just effortlessly. Okay, I'm going to go in with this Beauty Blender into Honey Illuminator, and I'm just going to do a nice little swipe, and it's on there, just a little swipe, and I'm going to add some glow and shine to the tops of my cheeks, and I just pounce that on, and that just adds like just a little bit of shimmer to the top of the cheekbones. I'm going to do a little on the edge of my nose, and I usually do some on my Cupid's bow. Okay, I'm going to put some lip color on. I'm going to do more of like a neutral tone and gloss, because I like just like a sheer lip gloss. I'm not like a big into like lipsticks. Okay. Hello. All right. And that's seriously like my most simple makeup system. Full face. I didn't put the compact down. I switched between 2 brushes and a sponge, and that was it. And now I'm just going to go in and do my eyes, which is going to be a super simple basic look. I always start with my brows first. Shaping these puppies is key because I feel like it just pulls the look together. So like I said, it's 3 layers. I keep all my powders on the bottom, so all my eyeshadows are in here too. It is amazing to not have to purchase an entire eyeshadow compact for, I don't know, like 40 or 50 bucks. Just because you like one shade that's in it and then you end up never using the rest of them. You get to create your own custom eyeshadow palette. It is just incredible. And I do put in there in your color match response, I do have a recommendation that I always put in. It's a basic for you. Apparently I can't like talk and do this at the same time. Hold up. I'm just blending that out. Okay, so I always put in a basic 4 eyeshadow, custom to you. I look at your eye shape, hooded eyes, not hooded eyes, eye color, because that will help me determine what colors will look best with your eyes. And again, it's just my recommendation. If you know you really like pinks and I didn't put any pink shades in there, switch them out. I also, one of the reasons that I recommend and build to the 12 palette case is because one, it leaves some room in there for you to personally like build your own palette up. You okay out there, bud? Go down the wrong hole? And nothing. They're back to watching their show. So, that is why I always build to the 12 palette, because you get to, there's just room to grow. Why did I close that? I don't need that closed. Okay, so eyebrows are done. I'm going to keep that. My eyeshadow brush. This is the best brush ever. It's just, it has a small dense end and a poofy end for blending. It's just perfect. I don't know. So I'm going to use these 3 colors here. This is Bubba, Rome, and Cocoa for a very basic eye look today. And then I'm actually going to use Glamazing Illuminator, which is one of our powder illuminators, as kind of like an accent color. So I'm going into that color Bubba, and I'm just placing this transition color right here on, like directly under my brow bone, on my brow bone, and then I'm going to start windshield wiping that across and go up. And I don't worry about fallout. I don't worry about staying within like a certain distance. We can always clean up at the end with a cream system, but do make sure that you tap off any powder so you try to prevent as much fallout as possible. So you can see how I'm holding the brush. It's up on an angle towards my eye like this, and I'm holding it at the far end and just sweeping it back and forth and doing that windshield wiper motion. So that just creates some depth in there. Then next, I'm going to actually build this one up just a little bit more. The other one seems a little darker. So just building, all of our eyeshadows are just ultra pigmented. It's insane. I love it. Okay, so I'm just like sweeping off any excess. Now I'm going to go into Rome, swoosh that around on the dome, tap off the excess. And that's going to go right on my actual lid. You can see, and I'm just kind of blending that around. Let me get a little closer so you can see. Boom. Boom. Okay, so there is Rome right on my lid. Then I'm going to turn it around and go into the small end and go into Cocoa, tap it off, and I'm just going to place it right there under that brow and come back towards the corner of my eye, creating almost like this C or V shape. I'm going to do that on both eyes, and then I'm going to turn the dome around and just blend it out a little bit. This is going to give you that dimension, take away any hooded eye effects. Make sure you are not afraid to get out of the crease and onto that brow bone and drag it up. You guys, before I started with this company and before I started selling the makeup, I was not a makeup artist. I applied makeup every day. I would never even walk out of the house without makeup on, but I'll tell you, it never looked as good as this makeup. And I barely dabbled with eyeshadows. Like, it bothered me because I didn't know what the heck I was doing with eyeshadows until I learned this is just very basic trick of this C shape and creating some dimension with some basic colors. It's amazing. Okay, so I just took that darker shade Cocoa on the outer corner, and then I'm just going to kind of blend it in, but I don't take it all the way into the corner with the darker side, and I'm just blending it out with that side. This is just going to give an illusion of a much wider eye. Okay, then I'm going to go into Glamazing with my finger, and I'm actually going to press pounce right in the tear duct inner corner here, and I'm just pressing that in like so. Just adds a little flare right in that corner, and I just kind of press pouncing around to get it right there in that inner corner and blend out, and then blend down. And then I'm going to take a little bit what's left over and just go under each of my brow bones. This is just going to add a little added dimension, pop, raise the brows up, bring the eyes open and wider. Okay, then I'm just blending those together with whatever is left over on my brush. So super simple, super basic, very natural looking eyeshadow. I am going to go back with the Hotline brush quick and go into this color. This is Trust. This is the color I did my eyebrows with, actually. And what I'm going to do is place Trust as an eyeliner a little bit here on the top. However, I just go right in and pressing it like right into my lash line, like so. You can see it added some color, but guys, I don't like a lot of, I don't like a thick liner line. So I'm just very gently pressing it right into my lash line like so. I'm kind of pouncing on there. So it adds that dimension and that depth to my lash line without actually applying eyeliner. That to me is one of the most natural looking ways of applying eyeliner. So that's what I do and what I found to be most effective. Now, last step, I'm going to go in with my mascara. This is Thrive Liquid Lash Extension. Liquid Lash Extension by Thrive Cosmetics. And I like it because it just creates like this silicone rubber like tubing across all the eyelashes, and it is amazing. It comes off so easy when it's time to come off. Yeah, it's waterproof, and it does not, I find it like doesn't damage my eyelashes. Oh, I did that one. But it also doesn't like sweat out. You know what I'm saying? Like under the eyes. Look at that. Boy, I am loving this eyeshadow look today. Boom. Such a cute basic look. This is how quick and easy, and you can imagine how much faster this would even be if I wasn't actually explaining every step. And I haven't even put my palette down. So all of my colors and everything are like right at my fingertips. Okay. Touching that bottom lash line a little bit. Boom. Okay, and then I do want to take my spoolie, pick that back up, because this here, I just want to gently like scrape off that part that touched. without taking off my actual eyeshadow. There. Boom. And that's it. Just so basic, so natural looking. If you would like to get your own custom compact where I color match you, I do all of the markups on your face so you can get your own custom palette. Fill out that link. I have it in the top. I have it in the comments as well. So I can get you over your custom palette for you. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I am always here on Tuesdays giving you tips and tricks for Saint makeup, and on Thursdays for hair. So I hope you come back on Thursday and get to see some hair stuff. And I'll talk to you guys all later. Thanks so much for tuning in. Bye.